Hey guys, we've been snowed in the last few days, so I've been getting my rods and reels ready. Now I'm putting them in the boat after I've put new line on them. And I get asked a lot, Mark, which reels do you use with Lou's vast lineup of reels and which rods? And I thought while I'm putting them up here, I'd just share with you guys what I use. There's lots of different variations and everything, and I'm just going to share with you what I like and what I use personally. And I'll start out with spinning. You know, ever since I've been with Lou's, I came on board right after Lynn Reeves got the company, and every year since then, they've come out with a new, better spinning reel. And you know, that is a challenge to get one that's just super lightweight, super smooth, everything that a fisherman wants. But they have really accomplished it every year. And I was loving the Hyper Mag, and then they came out with the Custom Light. I'm loving this reel. 11 ball bearings, lightweight carbon frame and rotor, and yeah, just super smooth. I'm really liking it. Rod for the winter times tournaments, the first few tournaments when the water temperature or the air temperature is pretty cold outside, I actually use the Elite. It has the wind grip on it. It's very soft and it's warm. It's not cold to the touch. I love the Signature Series Mark Zona all-purpose and the shaky head rod, one of my favorite rods out there. And I'll go back to that. But in the wintertime, I just love the feel of the wind grip all through and through. It's a very, it's wind all the way around, and you don't feel any plastic or anything. And that's just a personal preference of mine. Little things like I put a red piece of tape on there when I'm using the Elite because this rod is black and I like to write with a Sharpie my line size. So I just put a piece of red tape, yellow tape, whatever, on there when I'm using the Elite. So two rods really I use, spinning rods, the Elite and the Signature Series. And I just, I keep these where I don't really put anything on them going into the tournament, because I may go there and put a shaky head, drop shot, jig head, like with a Baby Z2, something like that, where I will want to make that adjustment on the fly. So that's my spinning setup. Absolutely love that rod and reel combo. As far as the reel on Baitcasters, I use the Custom Pro. The Custom Pro, I used to use the Hyper Mag, and then they came out, the Custom Pro was one of the first reels that had the P2 pinion gear in it, which just makes sure everything is in line. It's just a little bit smoother, more precise geared reel whenever you have that P2 pinion gear. And I absolutely fell in love with the Custom Pro last year. I like it for a couple reasons. It's 11 ball bearings, very durable, lightweight EVA handles, all that good stuff. Only 5.6 ounces, so it's a very lightweight reel, but it has a 6/8 to 1 gear ratio, which I like for cranking, slow rolling, you know, stuff. So I'll really like, anytime I'm really trying to, you know, really count rocks on the bottom or something, I'll go to a slower gear ratio reel. So I like it for the 6/8 to 1. 7.5, probably my most all-around reel. It's just the perfect line, inches per turn. I really love the 7.5 to 1. And then they have it in, or excuse me, 7.5 to 1. And then they have it in an 8.3 to 1, which I like when I'm up north burning a spinnerbait, if I'm flipping and pitching, if I'm out on a ledge working a big sexy spoon, I want to take up a lot of line. So there's a few instances where I like the 8.3 to 1 and the 6.8 to 1, but the 7.5 is probably the most all-purpose. And that's just, you know, it has everything. 11 ball bearings, lightweight carbon frame. Again, you can get we make a lighter reel, but for the most all-around versatile thing for me, a tournament fisherman that is doing lots of different things and has to stay versatile, the Custom Pro is one that I absolutely love. It's got the hook, it's got every feature that you want, and It's got the lightweight. It's got everything about it that I absolutely love. So Custom Pro is the bait casting reel of choice. As far as rods, man, I'm loving the Signature series. They're technique specific, I know, but they also serve as really good rods for other purposes. This is Andy Montgomery skipping rod, one of the rods that I probably throw the most. This and my jig worm rod are the two probably that I throw more than anything, but I have lots of them. I've always got a skipping jig, which I'll throw on Andy's rod, and I'll throw it on my jig worm rod also when I'm really short lining. But if I am skipping, getting around docks and stuff, I will throw it on his. I'll throw Greg Hackney's flipping rod. I've always got a punching rig set up. These are staple. I've always got that jig. I've always got a punching rod. Never do I go without a little ledge spoon in all situations. I've always got it in the rod locker at all times. When I'm out there and I see them down and I need to drop on them, or if I need to cast out on a ledge going behind people with bigger spoons, my favorite is the chrome and white combination. But this, again, I'll throw this on the couple different rods, but I like it on the jig worm rod, just simply for making long hook sets. Same, I throw, you know, Andy, it's funny, Andy has a bladed jig rod, but I throw Thunder Cricket on his skipping rod. So I really like his skipping rod for a Thunder Cricket. I like a little bit heavier action on that. I always got a Carolina rig rod, you know, in the boat tied up. Their Carolina rig is always in there. I've always got a football jig, which I throw on my jig worm rod. This jig worm rod also doubles up if I want to pitch around docks, say with, like I said, with the skipping jig, or if I'm just pitching, you know, a rage bug or a scound bug or something like that, I'll throw it with the jig worm rod. So there's lots of them in there. I use the topwater rod. There's the light jig Ocho rod is becoming one of my favorites also. So, but I love how this rod is very lightweight and very durable. I mean, I'm using the same rods as last year, only one that I have a guide, and that was probably my fault. That one guide issue after using them rods all last year. So I right back at the same rods, but from the grip to the handle lengths, anywhere from 14 to 15-ish, most of them. I like one rod for the feel for everything, and that's why I like the Signature series. It just the same for a short topwater rod all the way to a deep diving crankbait. One of my favorites is the new crankbait rod that is a Mark Rose crankbait rod. We had the deep crankbait, but this one is more just calling it crankbait. It's a 7.6 and very versatile for things like a gravel dog, 1.5, things like that. So yeah, the Signature series rod, very durable yet lightweight. I don't know how they accomplished both of those in one package, and it's just got a really good feel. So that's the setup.